Class is now open. Wow, look at this floor. Oh, I don't know how many days I've been on this floor. I've still got a little bit left, and I'll show you how to take off this black tar a little bit easier. I've got a secret weapon over there, and I'll show you that in my next room. But look, I about got it all done here. The thing I wanted to talk to you about is the stain. Now see this floor, I have not put any stain on this yet. I used the residue of the black tar substance after I took it off with a sponge. I then wiped it all on there and kind of cleaned it with my cleaner. I sprayed a little bit of cleaner on there, but not very much. And I got this consistency. So if you like your floor, you want your floor kind of dark, you can leave it exactly like this. I would go over it one more time with the sponge, and then I'll show you what it looks like after that. But you remember, this had floor tiles on it, had vinyl floor tiles on it, and you can kind of see the remnants of where the joints were. Okay, and that's why I kind of left it dark over here to see if I could get those marks out. But I talked to the homeowner, and she wanted a little bit lighter. Okay, so see this little section right here, I sprayed a little bit of extra cleaner on there and sponged off a little bit extra there. And see what's happening? You can see more of those marks where the vinyl tiles used to be, because that's where the air came in and out from where the tiles were. And then when you clean the floor, it just changes the floor a little bit right in there. There's nothing you can do about that. So if I have it light, and if you like that kind of look, you can just leave it light, and then you can seal directly over that. Okay, but what I'm going to decide to do, she didn't want it as dark as this over here. Okay, this is her main room, and then there's a hallway here. Now see this hallway we haven't done yet. I'm just getting ready to do that. I've done this half of this room over here, and I kind of liked the look of this floor here, just the way it is. Okay, but I'm going to have to make a decision on that after I decide what to do in this hallway, after I clean this hallway, clean this closet here. And see, this looks a little bit dark because I try to get the lines out. You remember, this used to be lighter. If you've been watching my videos, you would have seen me how I clean this floor and what it looked like before I darkened it up. Now see, it's too dark. I'm going to have to take some of that off, and I'll show you that. You just keep watching the videos, and I'll show you how to get this lighter. There's no stain on here. This is the residue of that black tar substance. I hate that stuff, okay? But it gives you a little bit of workability on getting your floor a little bit darker, and you can make it lighter. And so in that sense, it's an okay thing. Okay, but what to do? Okay, so what we're going to decide to do is I'm going to end up making this lighter, and I'm just going to use some spray, my spray cleaner. I've got some stuff called Energy Plus in that spray bottle over there. You could use orange cleaner, let's say, or simple green, something like that. Spray it on there, and then you can wipe off the excess of this tar, because this is not real stain out of a can. Okay, but once I get it to this light stage right here, then I'm probably going to use the same kind of stain that was used in this other room, and I saw where the can was, and it said terracotta. And see this room here, this was stained and sealed a few years ago. Doesn't that look nice? That's over just concrete. It didn't have any tar on it first, just that carpet pad, and then it was stained on that, and that was a terracotta stain. It has a little bit of orange to it. And remember, I was saying that I was thinking that first I was going to stain this using a Hudson sprayer, and then sealing with the Hudson sprayer after that, seal coats. And then I started looking at it, and I thought, oh, okay, this is going to be pretty good, so maybe I'll just leave the stain exactly how it is and and stain it or seal it with a brush and a roller. Well, now I'm back thinking I should do it a different way, because she wants it this light, And because of that, we've got the squares in there. I'm going to try to soften up those squares by throwing some terracotta stain on there. And it's going to be a light orangish stain. It's going to give it a little bit more color. And it's going to soften up these lines. And I think, you know, you can put that on with a sponge, a cloth, or a Hudson sprayer. And I think I'm going to have to use a Hudson sprayer, because then it's going to give it a variegated look. It's not going to cover the entire floor, and I can put it on a little bit darker in certain areas, not see the marks from your sponge or something where you stop and go on the floor. Okay, so that's probably what I'm going to do. And so just keep watching these videos. You're going to learn more. As the more you watch, the more you're going to learn. And speaking of which, when you're if you're cleaning your floor, and if it's the mastic stuff like this, that tar stuff, and you finally decided, hey, Joe did it, if Joe can do it, I can do it, just remember to wear some old stuff or some shoes you don't mind getting dirty. Now see these shoes? I was going to use my nice tennis shoes, nothing doing. I would have ruined them. So these, when I get done cleaning and everything, then I'll have to clean these shoes off and use them as hiking boots and that kind of stuff, and not good stuff. And as for my jeans got all messed up. I had some long jeans and they ended up looking like these right here. See that? Look at that. That's just from where I was sitting on there and kneeling on there, and they got all wet and sticky and sweaty, and they soaked all the way through to my skin. And I used some long pants. The long pants were just like that, so I ended up taking the long pants and making short pants out of them. And so I cut them, and I'm starting to use these because these are going to get all messed up too. Okay, and so that's what I decided to do, because they're not going to get clean. And here I've got my mat over here, and I took my long pants and I cut off the legs, you know, and I just put it over my little floor pad, and then at least I can see where I've got the marks on there, where I can kneel, and maybe it kind of protects me, gives me like a little bit extra knee pad type scenario. And this is all the stuff I've used to get this stuff off. And I'll show, like I said, I'll show you that later. That's not what this particular video is about. I've got all my excess stuff. This is the black tar stuff that has come off, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that just yet. It's almost like used oil, let's say, from changing your oil in your car or something. That's almost the consistency of that stuff. And so I probably should not dump that in the yard or anything like that. We'll probably have to buy a lid for that container and take it off somewhere. Or even here, you could get kitty litter, maybe put kitty litter in there and let it absorb and soak all that stuff up. But either way, I'm still on my quest to getting this floor done, and I'm going to finish that. And next time, I'm going to show you how to lighten up the rest of this floor so it's going to look just like this area here. Okay? Stick around, there's more to come.